and welcome to episode 44 of the World of DVC show. Today, of course, is our holiday episode, so we have lots of fun in store from prizes and giveaways, but we're also going back in time and talking about some of our favorite moments in the year 2024.
There's so many.
Oh my God.
Right?
Do you know
From
what my favorite
everything.
was?
No, mine has to be Epcot. Champagne at Epcot.
Carrie,
all of the time.
No,
Yes,
you
it's
know
all-
what the favorite one is.
It has to be that. It
You
has to be
realize
Epcot.
that.
No, it's not. That's
Look at
not
the-
true.
look how
Derek,
good
Happy
that is.
holidays,
so many
everyone.
different ones. I mean, oh my God, there's all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering the world of DVC, the ultimate DVC destination where magical vacations meet incredible value through exceptional service. Put in your headphones, turn the volume up, sit back, relax, and step into the world of DVC.
Just wish on a star. Enter the world of DVC.
Look how magical it is in here.
Derek, you brought magic to the
Because you have your
studio.
microphone correct.
It's like a winter wonderland in here. Look at this.
Oh, because of the the snow-covered trees make it.
We have spared no expense on episode 44 of the World of DVC show. I told my two lovely friends and counterparts, I said, listen, it's the holiday show, so I'm going to bring the big guns. So I walked around my house and I found these.
These are the big guns.
And I brought them in. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But
Not
when
really
I
big
got
guns.
here early, so I got here first, and so I set these up, and I said, Jeff, how do they look? He goes, oh, bro, they're perfect. And then Marissa saw them, and I was so relieved because her words were, oh, these are good. Because when you said you were going to bring trees, I got scared.
You never know what you will show up with. This is
It
like
could be 6 feet tall.
Yes.
It could be, we never know.
Never
we
know.
never
That's true.
know, but those are perfect.
Yay,
Yes.
welcome. And
Yes.
happy holidays.
No, happy holidays, the final show of 2024.
Final
I can't
show.
believe it.
I can't
Can't
believe it.
believe it. A
Show
lot
number
has happened.
44.
Yeah.
So much has happened. So we
Yeah.
got a great show. It's just going to be fun. We're just
Yep.
going to talk about all the new cool stuff that is going on at Disney that's going to be coming up at Disney. There's some stuff that we're going to talk about that by the time this show airs, we will probably have experienced some of these things. So we cannot wait. So it's a perfect way to end 2024. And we promise, of course, we have a great prize and a fun way for you to win this prize.
Yeah.
So again, this was been a super fun, magical month. I could see you guys are decked out.
my God.
Tell me you guys coordinated your outfits.
No,
right?
we had no idea.
Oh, come
just
on.
random.
No, usually it is very random with us. That is very true. But today we did color.
So this happened. Remember when we filmed at the Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
For one of like our Unlock Magic episodes.
Oh, yeah.
So after Sue took Danny to the Cast Connection. So if you've never heard of Cast Connection, it's where like everything in the stores go to die. Basically at like
If they don't
75%
sell,
off
yeah,
if they
for-
don't sell.
for
And
cast
so
members.
you get amazing deals there.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that-
I couldn't go.
Right.
And so Danny FaceTimed me the whole shopping experience and I bought things through Danny. And so this was one of the things I bought. And then Carrie forgot that she could even go to Cast Connection.
Well, I don't like to go there often because it's kind of a crazy experience, and I don't like crazy shopping experiences. And so yesterday I was driving home from a breakfast that Derek and I had together, and I thought I'll pop into Cast Connection. I forgot, it's the holidays. Like sometimes I do forget I can go there. And so I saw the same sweater and I thought, I saw Marissa wearing this and I thought, it looks so cozy. So I took a picture yesterday and I said, look what I bought. So we said, oh, we need to wear this together on the show because it just is, it's a good bookend for Derek's Figment.
This is my Figment one.
Holiday.
So maybe
Yes.
by the time the show airs, people are probably like, Derek, do you ever wear anything else? Because once I bought this was on a recent trip last Wednesday.
You
my
have
wife
worn
and
it
I
a lot.
went to Epcot because we wanted to go see Festival of the Holidays, and we're walking around and I saw this. I had heard that this, Figment sweater, which it has no figment on it.
No, I don't understand why it's Figment either.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
nothing-
I love
I
it,
understand.
and I wasn't sure if I liked it until
no,
we-
you text us for like
yeah.
That's just it. I texted
Should I get this?
confirmation.
Look, I texted
Yeah.
Marissa, I texted Carrie, I
Yeah.
texted Paul, I texted Amy. I said, what do you think? So I just threw it on, and we wound up buying it. and then my wife Annie bought one. So these are great.
I think your words were, "What do you think? I could always just return it."
I could always
and now
return
I think you've worn it 700 times.
400
I don't think you
times.
can return
Yeah.
it anymore.
I've been doing stuff, and we've been blessed to meet so many great members, which we're going to
yeah.
talk about soon too. And I always think Annie goes, "Hey, wear your Christmas sweater to this." I'm like, "No, people are so tired of me seeing this."
No, it looks great though.
So
It's very festive. It's very festive.
And
yeah.
in this season, you get a limited number of wears. So
Yeah,
wear it.
Yes.
And it's chillier here right now.
It is
It
so.
feels so nice outside.
So it's wonderful.
It is
Yeah.
so beautiful. And we just had, speaking of this, we just had our company Christmas party, our company holiday party. We had it last Saturday night.
Yep.
And I know right now you're probably looking at a montage of pictures that we're going to throw up there.
Yeah,
So we had
it was so much
all
fun.
different folks from literally all over the country coming in from different parts of the
Yep.
world of DVC at a fabulous Italian
great.
restaurant. It
Yep.
was just a great night. And
One
Marissa,
of the cool things is with this restaurant,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the show, but it's Christini's. It's here in Orlando. It's not on Disney property.
Right.
But the owner of the restaurant was the chef at the Italian restaurant in Epcot when it
Yeah.
originally opened up.
Yep.
And then he left and started his own restaurant.
Yeah.
So there's lots of those around town where there are different people. I know there's the Chef's Table in Winter Garden.
Garden.
Are they
That
Disney
is
people?
Victoria and Albert, one of their chefs, runs that. So there's lots of fun ones. We should do an episode one day where we
fun.
kind of find those
Yeah.
Easter eggs around town. But that's one of those restaurants here in
it's
town that
great.
has a lot of Disney flair to
I
it.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great.
But it was a
local-
great party. It was a great
Yeah.
time for all of us just to be able to get together to celebrate with folks from the
Yeah.
rental store, with folks from our
Monera.
online community, from Monera Financial, and everybody together. It was just
Yeah.
it was just great.
It was wonderful, and we've been meeting so many members around town and seeing.
That's
so
my
many,
favorite.
Oh my gosh, so many wonderful members come into town this time of the year, and one of the things we love to do is go have coffee or breakfast or dinner or lunch or.
We always
just
love it
some
when the
member
stars
meetups.
align and when
Yeah.
folks from the world of DVC family, from wherever you are out there in the community, if they happen to reach out to us and say, "Hey, we're going to be down there. Is there a chance that maybe we could meet up, or we could pop over to a park, or maybe we could meet up for breakfast or a drink somewhere?" And so when we're able to do that, we love it. We love it. And there's one person that we've been able to see quite a bit of.
She has been out and about for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, she's been here. And if you're even in the smallest amount active on social media, on any DVC group on social media, you know the name Mary Liddick. So she's been awesome enough to be down here for, I think, the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
God, she was at the boardwalk for a week, and now she's wrapping up a trip at the Grand. I've been able to see her a couple of times. The most recently time was Carrie and I went yesterday and had breakfast at the Grand Floridian with her. It was just fantastic. So, Mary, we just love you, and we love everything that you bring to this community. And we told her during breakfast, we said the best part about it is because you help people that aren't here, because she takes hours to write these trip reports, which are basically a recap of what she did the day before. And I'm not talking about, here's day 2, I went to Epcot. Oh no. This is called,
I stepped off the monorail and I took a right-hand turn, and we know her every step, but like she said yesterday, she wants you to feel like you're walking along with her on
and
the
it
journey.
helps. And so many people just live vicariously through that, because maybe you're stuck in the snow right now, or maybe you're thousands and thousands of miles away. So that's what makes this community so great. It's just everybody sharing pictures and sharing stories. So it's just been
and I
fantastic.
went to Cake Bake with her on Tuesday. I picked her up at the Grand Floridian, and we went over to Cake Bake. And Cake Bake's been getting a little bit of some interesting reviews.
Well,
Did you eat there or just have a cake?
Yep, no, we ate.
What did you? Did you have dinner, lunch?
We did lunch.
Okay.
But we did a smaller lunch and then a piece of cake. And
How
I think
was
that's
it?
the way to do it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I say A+ all the way.
I mean, it kind of screams Carrie.
It does. Well, it screams Marissa too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It screams both of us.
I know.
I mean, I
Both of
thought
you
of you the
guys.
minute I walked in.
Even though I was at the boardwalk and no
I
one told
know,
me
we
you were going to
totally
Cake
missed
Bake,
each other.
I was there at the same
The
time
same
at the
time.
boardwalk.
Were you really?
And she was
Yeah.
at Cake Bake.
I
And she
know.
didn't tell me she was at Cake
What were you doing at the boardwalk?
She had to drop something off or pick
Picking
something
up a
up.
seller's
Yeah.
document.
Yeah.
The things we do for you.
I know, but I had the pleasure of going to Cake Bake up in Carmel, Indiana, with Lindsay
you
from the rental
did,
store.
yes.
Yes. So about
Oh,
2
so-
years ago, I was up there for around my birthday, and Lindsay said, "Oh, you have to. If you're going to be here for your birthday, I have to take you to Cake Bake." So I went to, I think it was the original Cake Bake, and of course fell in love with it. And then now down here, I knew what to
You knew what
experience.
to
Yeah.
But this is like.
Was it like the Indiana one on steroids?
Yes, you just
Okay.
took the words out of my mouth. This is a little bit more on steroids. It's larger,
Okay.
and it's Christmas, so it's even sparklier. But what we did is we had soup and salad, and they don't really have that combo. So I did she makes this. Her name is Gwendolyn, the owner, and she's phenomenal. She makes this chicken velvet soup or velvet chicken soup. Oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever had in my mouth. It was amazing.
They could not stop talking about this soup. In fact,
It was
you talked about
amazing.
it so much during breakfast
Yeah.
that my wife Annie, who was at breakfast with us, we got home, and Owen, who's been on a show before, his birthday's coming up on December 26th, and he's home now from Florida State. And she's like, we need to find a place to go eat with Owen. And she literally goes, we should go to Cake Bake because it's his day after Christmas,
Yes.
the 26th. She's like, let's go to Cake Bake. She goes, even if we just go to have this soup.
The velvet
'Cause
chicken
I swear
soup.
to God, they
I
could
should
not
be the
stop talking about
ambassador
this
for
soup.
So
this
last
chicken.
night I
It's
just booked
amazing.
Cake Bake for Johan's
did you?
birthday,
Oh,
which is
good.
the 21st.
Yeah.
Johan and
my
his son
gosh.
Owen are like best friends,
Yeah.
so we should have just had a joint birthday
That
party
would
for
have been
them.
amazing. They have a little private room there called the Champagne Room.
There
Mary
we
and I
go.
went there. We had the soup. I had an arugula salad, which I didn't really need the salad in all honesty, but then we shared a piece of cake. But as we were sitting there, our wonderful waiter, Ty, I asked him, I said, do you do any private events? Because I feel like private events in the city of Orlando is a little hard to find a private room. And he said, oh yes, we have our lavender salon, I think it was called. And then he said, and then we have our private champagne room. And I said, Mary, I'll be right back. And so I had to go see the champagne room.
Yeah.
It was, just gorgeous.
Can anyone go see it?
Yeah, you can just walk around. Absolutely. Cake Bake's gotten a little bit of some press about the high prices. I get it, but I have to say it was A+. The staff was amazing. The restaurant was pristine. Everything was as lovely as you would expect it to be. And I thought that the cast members or the team, they were excited, but you could tell they were taking it like day by day.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't want to fly off the confetti cannons and then it dwindles down. It's like, no, we're kind of stepping gently into this, and we don't have a bowl of the chicken velvet soup because the kitchen can't keep up with it. That's what they said. So we do the cup of it, and eventually we'll get to that. We don't want to overdo it. I can't say enough. Yes, it's a little pricey, but for a special occasion, for a one time, for us, I'd say let's go have some soup and cake.
All right,
Anytime.
let's do it.
I loved it. And then they have a beautiful gift shop where you can buy a piece of cake or a gingerbread cookie or regular, and everything has edible
I keep
glitter
hearing-
on. Wait, hold on.
No,
Everything
go
has edible glitter. Did you hear what I just said?
Oh.
I mean, Marissa,
Speaking of glitter,
edible glitter. Exactly.
Carrie
So
and
it's
I
fun.
actually just saw Wicked together.
Yes,
So
speaking of
we went
glitter.
to Disney Springs, and
Yeah.
we saw Wicked. We went Christmas shopping. We saw someone very famous as we were Christmas shopping.
We did.
Who?
Are we allowed to say?
Yeah, say it.
Allowed to
I
say.
figured this is your story to
Well,
tell.
this is
since
so
you were
funny because we did mobile checkout at World of Disney. I always call that store World of DVC. Always. We did mobile checkout, and the cast member there was getting very busy, so we bought a lot of ornaments and a lot of things that had to be wrapped. So being, the kind, good-hearted people that we are, we said we can just wrap our own things. And so the cast member said that would be so wonderful. So we stepped behind her, and as we're wrapping up our ornaments, I said to Marissa, Whoopi Goldberg is about to walk in. And so Whoopi Goldberg walks in, and I said, hi, Whoopi, Merry Christmas. And
In
she-
true Carrie fashion.
yeah, of course. So she looked right at me, and she said, hi, ladies, Merry Christmas to you. And then her entourage walked by, and I said to Marissa, she thinks we're like the cash wrap girls. She thinks we're there wrapping all the presents and that we work here. But she was lovely, and it was a very quick interaction. But
Yep.
she was here for candlelight.
Yep.
And she was out doing her Christmas shopping.
It was a highlight, and then Wicked was an amazing movie. So Carrie and I are sitting next to each other. We got the lounge chair, so we're leaned back next to each other. And as soon as they show I think it's when they go to Shiz, and I leaned over and I was like, "How did Epic not have an entire Wicked Land? It's
What a
just
miss.
so magical."
Yeah, it
and
is.
maybe I don't know, maybe they can redo one of the lands,
Right. Maybe
coming
they'll add to
soon.
it, but
Maybe
there's
they
a
can
castle.
add. It's just too magical not to be a whole land.
And there's a train like Harry
ride.
Potter,
Yes.
right? They've got the Harry Potter train. Listen, we could do a whole episode
They
on
could
this.
have a whole gondola ride.
It was
Did you see
amazing.
Wicked?
Yeah. The roller coaster could be called Defy Gravity.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was.
They didn't consult us.
It was amazing. That was the second time I had seen it. Because I had gone with a friend the night before and cried.
Yeah.
And then cried again the second time. But anyway, I think this is the longest you've ever gone without talking on
Yeah.
the show.
Literally, I was literally just going to say that is hands down the longest because if there's one topic that I cannot contribute to, it's
Wicked?
anything to do with The Wizard of Oz or musicals. So if you put those two things together,
Interesting.
I'm out. So I'm glad you loved it
We
because
loved
everyone
it.
seems to love it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's
I
wonderful.
learned that with you in Into the Woods.
Into the
I think it was playing on a cruise we
It was
were
on
on
a cruise
together,
we
and
were-
I was like, "Do you want to go see a movie?" And he's like, "I don't see movies where they sing the whole way through."
That is literally what she did. She's like, "What do you mean you don't like musicals?" I go, "I just don't get it. I never have. Where everything has to be sung."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "They can't just walk around and go, hey, look at that tree. It's look over there. Well, what is that? A tree? It's a tree."
This is the best
Stop.
moment
Stop.
of my December of my 2024 right here. Oh my God! So
Look at that
Derek,
tree, the new
do
hit
you want to
single
go into the next
from the
segment?
world of DVC.
Yeah, you can
that
jump
we're
in
talking
and
about.
Yes. So there's lots of events going on, and again, we love being able to meet up with members. There was a
Yeah.
great event with our friends from the DVC Clubhouse. They had a winter holiday reunion for a couple of nights, but
Yes.
we were not able to attend.
None of
because
us were able to attend.
We weren't able to attend the stuff,
I
but you could
know.
see by the pictures they had a great
They
group
did a whole
showing.
gift exchange too, and
Oh yeah.
they did it up.
Super,
Yeah.
and they were so grateful too because we mentioned them on a previous show and said, "Hey, it's DVC Clubhouse." After we did our stuff, and
Yeah.
they got so many new
know,
members
they're-
as part of their group. So that's
They're great.
awesome. So
They're great. If you have not joined DVC Clubhouse on Facebook, social media, it's definitely worth the join. Everybody is so friendly and so
No, it's great.
funny. It's such a funny group as well. And then Marissa and I also, we met a member or a
Jessica.
Jessica at World of Disney.
We got stopped.
After we met Whoopi, we're walking out and this lovely member said, "I love the World of DVC show," and I said, "Marissa," and then she came back. So we took a nice
We'll
picture
show her
with
picture,
her. Yeah,
and she said, "You know what? By watching you guys, I realized
Yeah.
what a savings I could find on resale."
Yes.
She said, "I just closed on a Polynesian
On a
contract."
Polynesian
and she's like,
contract.
"My deal was amazing."
Yeah.
So that was really cool to
I
hear.
met some nice members too over at Disney Springs who also stopped me and just wanted to say hello. They also purchased resale and direct. So if you ever see us out and about, we love to meet. We love to meet you and chat with all of our wonderful
Yes.
audience members and members. So please always stop us and say hello. You'll never bother us.
And if you happen to be, I'm not sure, when is the show going to air? Maybe sometime next week.
Next
It might be,
week.
because I'm going to be in Vero Beach next week. It's my
Yeah,
annual
that's
December
right.
vacation, so I will be there on Thursday, Friday,
Say the
Saturday,
dates.
and Sunday night. I can't remember the dates.
20
After Christmas, before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Okay.
Before
Okay.
Christmas. So that Thursday,
You're
Friday,
not
and
doing
Saturday.
your New Year's Eve at Vero Beach?
No, we're not doing it. 'cause
changing it up.
It was not available.
Oh, man.
No, so we're just doing the Vero, just the 4 nights with us. So if you happen to see us, and we've been to Vero before, and we love it because I'll be in the beach or in the lobby. And
So that'll be
Nice.
right when the show's airing. So if
Okay.
you're watching the show, right when it airs.
jump in your car and rush over to Vero
Rush
and
over
come and
to
see.
Make it a December to remember
Are
by
you
seeing
staying
Derek.
in an in-room?
We're staying in an Ocean View in room that we got, and I was telling someone
10 points a night?
You telling us
Oh,
yesterday.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I think it was like 16 points a night. So like that Thursday was like 16 points. Even Friday and Saturday were like 17 or 18 for an in-room ocean view room. So the weather so far looks to be
Yeah.
amazing. And again, we've talked about Vero a lot, but I think what we all love about it, especially if you have kids, maybe teenage kids or older kids, it's your chance not to have to do any rides, but just we're so looking forward to, and my kids are too, just mini golf, shuffleboard, walking on the beach, collecting shells, floating around in the pool, looking at the ocean. So
relaxing.
that's what's great. It's
Yeah.
just awesome,
nice.
awesome family time. So
Nice.
And there's a lot going on
There is,
the month of December.
Yeah.
So we have, Disney packed a lot into this month. So there's two huge things happening, I think, right now in the Disney sphere. So the first one is the Disney Treasure. So it just set sail on its media sailing.
Yeah.
And our team at Be Our Guest Vacation, who recently became platinum as a travel agency, which I think makes up like 6% of all travel agencies
Whoa.
for Disney, which is amazing. And so they got asked to be on the media cruise. So they are on right now and they're checking out the Treasure. The Treasure looks, it's just very different from all of the other ships.
So someone said, and I was reading something, and they were comparing it to the Wish,
Yeah.
that it's very quote unquote layout similar,
Yes.
but it's got a totally different feel.
It has a deep, dark,
Yes,
rich
yes.
feel, which kind of like when you're going on a cruise, it has that like the Wish is very whimsy and magical,
Right.
and this
Yes.
just feels like it's geared to be adventurous, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the theming of it.
That's because it's got a haunted mansion bar,
I
it's got a
know.
skipper canteen bar. So yeah,
It's
The
amazing.
theming of the dining is
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I saw
Unbelievable.
clips of the Coco experience.
The Coco experience looks out
Oh my
of this
gosh.
world.
Well, our team is on board, so
Yeah.
they're going to give us a little bit of insight, sneak peek on everything that's happening
Fabulous.
right now on the Treasure.
All right.
Hi there, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Abby with Be Our Guest Vacations, and we are on board the Disney Treasure.
Be Our Guest Vacations received an exclusive invite from Disney Cruise Line to experience the Treasure before guests sail on its maiden voyage. We have spent the last 3 days enjoying everything this incredible ship has to offer, and let me tell you, this is a ship for Disney fans, and we're so excited to share it with our clients. Abby, this ship has a lot of new experiences, dining, entertainment. What has been your favorite thing that you've seen on board so far?
My favorite thing so far has been The Tale of Moana, a retelling of one of my favorite Disney stories. Between the music, the dancing, the incredible cast, and the story itself, it just blew me away.
It's a must-see, for sure. I think my favorite experience is going to be a favorite of many people, and that is the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It is the most immersive piece of Disney storytelling we've seen yet on a ship, and it doesn't disappoint. There are Easter eggs hidden throughout, and it's just an incredible experience. We can't wait for our clients to get on board and get to enjoy the Haunted Mansion Parlor.
And starting soon with the maiden voyage, the Disney Treasure will then begin with 7-night sailings to the Eastern and Western Caribbean, all with a stop on Disney's Castaway Cay private island. We can't wait to start and keep booking our clients through May 2026 on this incredible ship.
Be Our Guest Vacations is showcasing all of the different spaces on the Disney Treasure on our social media, so we hope you'll follow along.
So yeah, the ship looks absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable. I have a lot of friends on it too right now doing the media
Oh, nice.
as well. And I
lot
love
of
them, but I'm
FOMO.
so jealous.
I know.
Exactly.
We're media.
I know.
Why are we
I don't
on
know
that
why.
boat? I will give
Still-
up my Vero trip to get
No
on that
offense.
ship.
I love our studio and where we're, but we would just do. We would love to be on
I
the
think
Treasure.
we need to petition for a media invite.
do.
But yeah, if you are dying to go on the Treasure
Oh,
just
it
like
looks
us,
amazing.
you can swap your points for all of our DVC members out there.
Yep.
Instead of using your points directly through Disney, you can save about 60 to 70% by swapping. And if you're just saying, hey, I used up all my points, or you're not a DVC member yet, then you can book it through our team at Be Our Guest Vacation. They're going to be the experts on it. And again, their service is free. But since they just went on the ship, those are the people you want to book your cruise, because they can tell you, like, hey, go to this bar here. Especially with one thing I was hearing with the Haunted Mansion bar is that they don't have a virtual queue for it. And I didn't even think about like the thought of, oh, you have to plan out when you go.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to be so busy, so they can give you all of those tips.
Nice. That's
And so
so
those
great.
are the
Yeah.
important things. That's why you use a travel agent. Again, it's no cost to you. You typically get added benefits from doing it, like onboard credits, and they help you on those things. So you're not going in blind saying like, first night I want to go to the Haunted Mansion bar, and there's just no chance.
You know it's a cool ship, and you know it's a cool bar when people literally talk about rope dropping a bar.
Right? Yeah.
That's a good point. It's
literally
true. Yeah,
rope
it's
dropping a
true.
bar.
Well, and I can't say that I've seen so much. Like, definitely, of course, there was excitement around the Wish, but I feel like the Treasure, there's something different.
Yeah.
There's a buzz
I just
around
think
this.
it's the most unique Disney's
I
ever
think 'cause
gone
it's
with
too
a ship.
unique. Yeah,
so.
it's so unique. So it just looks fabulous.
So
think so,
exciting.
too.
Well, in the theme of excitement and new things coming, of course, we've been waiting for many, many months
Oh, yeah.
for the Polynesian Island Tower. So Derek and I actually will be heading over there.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw it to our time there. But before I do, we have a new member here at the World of DVC team.
Right.
We have Grayson, who is our new social media manager.
He's awesome.
Yes, and so he's going to be the face you kind of see now that you follow our platform. So make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, and he's going to be there on opening day, and we're going to show you guys some of the rooms, and
Love it.
you'll get to meet Grayson.
So cool. Wow. Look at where we are. That's how I'm going to start every show. When I'm doing a show or doing a segment and I'm not in our studio, the World of DVC studio, which is amazing, by the way, but it's nowhere near as amazing as this. This is insane. We are in a one-bedroom at Disney's Polynesian Island Tower Resort.
And you're like the biggest Polynesian fan there ever was. So
I
how do you
was-
feel?
I was a little bit worried, which is funny because I was talking to people about it, and I was probably one of those skeptics that when it first came out and they started building it, everyone's like, I don't know if I like it. It looks too boxy. It looks too straight. And I thought that thing, honestly, the whole entire time. Even watching videos that like Paul and Amy did, and everybody's posting all this. But when I got here today, parked the car, and I was still like, okay, once I hit the lobby, all bets are off. I literally just bought 500 points for myself.
From yourself
I
or
know,
yourself.
were you the agent?
For myself, yeah, exactly. It is vaulted to the top. Polly was already at the top, as you know.
Yeah.
But now the fact that you have, this resort, which is that new Hawaii modern feeling.
Yep.
But for those folks that miss the old tiki and the old kitschy and the, lava lamps and all that kind of stuff, that's right next door. So you have the best of both worlds here. So I could not be happier.
And I'm not a
Especially 'cause we got
Polynesian
friends
fan,
here.
but
No,
I fell in
know.
love. Yes, and we do have friends here. And we are welcoming, actually, as we were kind of getting set up for this, we were like, well, we're going to have Grayson because he's brand new on the show. So welcome, Grayson. But we realized we've never had Mandy on the show either. So
I know.
you get 2 for 1 part of this episode. So
Yeah.
we don't have a ton of time, but Mandy, tell us a little bit about your journey here with World of DVC and
Yeah, how did you wind up in our room?
yeah,
That's
what-
the coolest
I
story.
just showed up. I just showed up. So I honestly don't have a cool story. I just applied for a job and got it. So no. But I've been working with World of DVC for a little over 2 years now. It seems like a lot longer in a good way.
Yeah.
I fit right in, and so everyone, is just so nice and welcoming, and I think that's so wonderful about our company. But I work in our digital marketing department, director of digital marketing, and do a lot of things that you probably see. And so we always laugh because I don't love to be on camera, but they made me today.
Her arm a little
Yeah.
bit. And
Yeah.
fun fact, when Mandy joined the company, she very quickly became a Disney Vacation Club member. So where do you own at?
Poly. 2 contracts at the Poly.
See?
Because, my husband, it took a little convincing, and then we got him in, and then randomly he's like, hey, I'm buying another Poly contract. I said, oh, okay. So yes, and we love the Poly. Our favorite has been Grand Floridian, even though we bought at Poly, but the Poly is great for our kids. And I will say that coming here, and I stayed last night in the deluxe studio. We had a theme park view room. It was gorgeous. And now we're in the 1 bedroom, which is absolutely gorgeous. And our favorite has always been the Grand Floridian. And I was telling Amy earlier today that I think that this might at least tie now with the Grand Floridian. Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of nostalgia for me in the Grand Floridian and my kids.
Hold on.
So
The Grand Floridian's on the phone. They just heard what you said.
hi, don't cancel me. That was so much.
She still loves you, I promise.
But no, it's great. And one of the things that I love the most about the new Island Tower is the attention to detail in all of the artwork. There's several different artworks art pieces across the resort that are made from recycled, bottles and things that they've cleaned up the ocean with and then repurposed, textiles, plastics.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The attention to detail, just all of the textures and colors is phenomenal. They did such a great job with this resort.
And for folks that like the hidden Mickeys, who doesn't? Everyone already showed me a couple that are here and one up here. I'm not going to tell you where it is up here yet because it took me quite a while to be able to find it.
Well, you have to book the room and find it on your own.
And
Thanks, Derek.
they did more. They went above and beyond just hidden Mickeys. There's hidden Moana characters throughout the resort. There are what I think is very few or maybe even the first ever hidden minis. And some of the artwork.
Yeah, I saw the hidden minis. Those are cool.
And some of the artwork downstairs, which also the artwork downstairs, the huge mural that goes up 2 stories, they actually carved that with seashells, the artist did.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's
and
cool.
how much detail is in that? It's amazing. So
That's awesome.
that's been my favorite part of it. Just all of the detail that they put into this resort.
Yeah, take that, Grand Floridian.
I still love you.
And now we also have Grayson with us, and Grayson is the newest member of our team.
I am. I can't
Welcome,
be
welcome.
any newer, I don't think. I'm pretty new.
You are, yeah. And Grayson, you'll actually be seeing more of him because he's going to be running all of our social media channels at World of DVC. So you'll get to see more of him out in the parks and the resorts. But Grayson, tell us a little bit of your Disney story and then kind of what you've enjoyed at the Polynesian.
Yeah, so my first day was yesterday, the grand opening. So I walked in and met Mandy in the lobby. It was just like a whole, experience, and it's been awesome. So I've been meeting the team, running around, and like you said, I'm going to be running around the resorts. I'm really close by, so me and my fiance live in Celebration, and so I'm very close by. It'll be a quick jaunt whenever we need something, and I'll be in the rooms, whatever I can do. So I'm excited to share, my experience and make it come to you. But yeah, I applied for this job, and I got to work with Mandy immediately, and this has been great. Being able to meet in a remote/hybrid position when you can meet your boss who's out of state the first day, that's a huge privilege. Trust me, as someone who's worked remotely since I graduated, it's been a huge privilege. So I'm very excited to meet the team and be here in person and see faces in 3D.
Well, we're really glad to have you, Grayson. Grayson has done an excellent job coming in with the chaos of a grand opening and just hitting the ground running. So
and make sure he's been posting a ton on DVC Resale Market, so make sure you check that out. But what have you liked most about the Polynesian?
That's a tough one. She wanted to go first so she could steal my answers. Just kidding.
That's your boss, by the way.
Yeah, remember that.
Well, obviously the art's incredible. We went to eat at Wailulu Bar and Grill, first service, which I just feel like that was a really special privilege to be there at the first service.
Really?
Yeah, it was
like the first.
I don't think we were like the first.
No,
plates,
not the first
but
plates.
we got in like right at it.
Right there. So at 11, we were tapping our phones trying to get in. So that was great. It was packed. It was a fun environment. We got to spend a lot of time talking and looking at all the food we ordered. That was also great, trying all the foods. So being able to share and get all that experience. So
Grayson's like, this is literally the best job on the whole planet.
Yeah.
I get to eat.
Show up. I went to a new resort. They fed me.
Yeah.
I saw my boss like once. I don't know when I'm going to see her again.
Then she's gonna go back, and I'll keep eating. And
Best company in the world.
We enjoyed carbs for breakfast.
I got carbs for breakfast,
Nice.
which is great. So yeah, the bar and grill's great. The view over the Seven Seas is amazing, and the view in the first room we had was unmatched. That was great to get to video that and get to look off and see Magic Kingdom. And at the end, I'm sorry, I keep rambling. At the end of the day, we had a rainbow appear with just over the castle, just over Cinderella's castle. So we were sitting there waiting for it to fully form, and it kind of didn't, but it was really beautiful. It was cool. It was great.
Yes, the new higher rainbow that would give all the new hires.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell you that.
Oh my god. Okay, right. I didn't see an email. So.
Didn't see it.
Now we know tradition from now on.
That's a high bar.
Yeah, seriously.
So if you'd like to come to work for World of DVC, we'll welcome you with rainbows.
Sunshine and rain.
But yeah, it's been so cool to have you guys here. And again, follow along in all of our social media channels, our blogs. Our team's doing an amazing job of covering everything you need to know about the Polynesian opening.
Well, that looks amazing. I know we're all excited for the new Polynesian Tower. When I was over there yesterday, when we were there for the Grand Floridian, they're laying the parking lot and lining the lines. You can just see the excitement is definitely...
It looks so cool.
It does look really cool. Well, speaking of some cool things, one of our favorite things to do during our show is our giveaway. And we usually give away a $100 gift card. We're going to do the same thing this time. But I had an interesting interaction with one of my members. I'm going to give him a shout out, Rob from South Dakota. He calls me every now and then. Hey, Carrie, wants to talk about some contracts, this and that and whatnot. He's a wonderful member. And he said, I have an idea for a giveaway for you. He said, if you give a shout out to the Dakotas, he said, ask your audience members, who is your Mount Rushmore of DVC resorts? So if you had to pick 4.
That's a good one.
Right? DVC resorts to put on Mount Rushmore, who would it be? So it got me thinking too, and I thought, I don't know, I keep going between...
That's a good one.
Yeah, like I've got my home resort.
Lots of people
Floridian.
do this now. It's called like, hey, what's your Mount Rushmore of music?
Yeah.
I know.
Movies.
Professional wrestlers.
So what's yours?
Movies.
Well, I would say Grand Floridian.
Yep.
I would also say Hilton Head because I love Hilton Head.
Yep.
I've never been to Olani, but I'm going to put Olani up there, and I'm going to say Polynesian.
All right.
God, this is hard.
Derek?
I'm being put on
I
the
got
spot.
mine.
It's very hard. Yeah, it's hard.
We'll come back around.
Mount Rushmore has 14, right?
14. American
I would
history.
say Vero Beach.
Yep.
Alani.
Yep.
Grand Floridian.
Yep.
Grand Californian.
Oh, yes. I love it.
Look at that.
Yep.
So I'm
I
going.
think I win.
Yeah, you might.
Why do you win?
Because I'm competitive at everything.
So the way I'm looking at this is like if someone told me and said, hey, here's the new change to your membership. Did you hear about it? No. What is it?
Yeah.
You can only stay at 4.
Okay.
For the rest of your membership, you can only pick 4. So that's how I'm viewing it. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I want to give love to the West Coast or the East Coast, whatever. I'm just looking at if I only have 4
you could
places
only do 4.
to use my points.
Yeah.
I'd say I picked the Grand,
Which brand?
Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
I'd pick Vero Beach, of course.
Yep.
I would pick the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Shocker.
And I would pick the Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Just because now I know in my trips, I've got some Magic Kingdom resorts.
Right.
I've got an Epcot resort that's very important to me. I've got my beach resorts. So, yeah.
It's interesting you say that because I, in my head, went between Boardwalk and Polynesian. But I thought, but the Polynesian, the beach view, the bungalow, I don't know. But I'm with you on Boardwalk as well.
Yeah.
So maybe I can slip a fifth one. I don't know. But
I'm excited to see what people say.
No,
So let us know.
Let us
What
know.
are
let us know
your
what
Mount
your Mount
Rushmore
Rushmore is
of
of
DVC
DVC
resorts?
Yeah, thank you to Rob. That's such a great question.
It's such a great question.
Such
That was
a fun
fun.
question. So we can't wait to hear your results. And then we will give you one lucky audience member a $100 gift card.
That you can buy
Disney.
one of these sweatshirts if they're still around with your $100. And speaking of all these different resorts, more news that happened was condo association meetings.
Oh my gosh,
Now, I know
it's
that
huge.
it doesn't make people necessarily, jump off their seat. Are you kidding me? Condo meetings. But for the first time ever, which was
DVC does, though, I think.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
First time ever, they actually had individual condo association meetings for each resort. So normally they've always done one big meeting, and if you want to come, it's in December, and it's basically just already set and done. So they get up, they give their speeches, they allow 3 minutes for questions and answers for folks that own every single Disney Vacation Club resort. This year was a little bit different, so they each had their own individual meeting. So we had people. The DVC fan team, Paul, Amy, and Jeff, were literally, I think, at every single Vacation Club meeting, which ran, all the way from the brand newest resort, the Cabins at Fort Wilderness, had apparently, and there was a great DVC fan member that said, I'm here, I'll tell you what they say, because I'm the only one here. So she was the only person at the Fort Wilderness meeting. True fact.
Wow.
True fact. So there was one person there all the way up to, guess which meeting had the most people? I'm going to ask.
Key West.
Key West, yeah. I was just saying the same thing.
Of course it is.
Old Key West.
Old Key West. Jeff was there, and boy, said Jeff and Mary
was there too,
were there
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
They said, boy, there's probably close to 100 people there. So yeah, they were very, very passionate, they said, because obviously they've owned.
They're the club, right?
That's it.
Before it was Old Key West, it was
Disney Vacation Club.
Club. So
they're the
they are
originals.
the club.
They're the OGs right there.
So they went through a lot of news on that. Again, head over to DVC Fan on Facebook because you can literally see Paul and Amy and everybody compiled kind of a recap for each individual resort. But I thought, at least off the top of my head, what I was excited to hear is the Bay Lake Tower rooms are almost done. So the rehab of the long-awaited rooms, the hard refurb at Bay Lake Tower is almost done. And they said, I think within the next couple of weeks, they're going to start releasing those rooms.
I'm excited.
For members to be able to stay there as well. And so there's different resorts or, maybe pool updates. But I wanted to take a moment to cover, and before I do, which is cool, at the end of their member celebration meeting, which was at the Contemporary, and it took place yesterday, which was Wednesday. So there's a lot of people there. So it's kind of their culmination, like, hey, thanks everybody. Here's some cookies and some interaction with other members and whatnot. But what they told them, which was cool, they said, hey, everybody, just so you know, at the end of this meeting, we're taking you all over to the Polynesian Tower. And we're going to let y'all go see it and walk through it. Yeah. So I was getting texts from Paul and Amy and our friend Jeff there who said, oh my God, they're taking us to the Island Tower so we get to go see it. And I said, this is so cool because you guys are going to be the first ones, like beating all the usual, vloggers out there with images. They said, yeah, no, they're making us lock up our phones.
They locked up the phones. Yeah, Mary gave us a warning. She said, I'll be out of touch because she took a picture of the bag.
Yeah.
They had to put their phone in this bag and then lock it away.
They made them lock up their phones and do it. But Paul wrote a very detailed recap on it, on the highlights. They said it's stunning. They said the lobby is absolutely gorgeous.
Everybody
the details
seemed to be blown away by it.
They said the views from the rooms are great.
Yeah.
They said that the balconies are huge, which is something that I'm so excited about.
Especially with that view. You're going to spend all your time outside.
Exactly. The details. I felt that what I love about our team, right, and Paul, Amy, and Jeff at DVC Fan, everything's very honest, right? We're not going to sugarcoat things. We're going to be very honest. And I felt like yesterday I heard the same thing from all of them and from Mary in different text messages, that it wasn't, everything was, everybody just has an excitement around it. I think the towers seem to be very well done, the details, the storytelling, the thought process behind it. So it just infused even more excitement.
It's going to be great. Yeah. It's going to be great. So
awesome.
head over to DVC Fan, check out all those details on what they thought of it. But I was excited because they actually announced refurb dates for many resorts. So they put
some
up
much needed ones on
some
some of
much
them.
needed rehab dates for folks that maybe are not familiar, basically, and someone's going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. There's two different categories, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to a refurb, there's a soft goods
Yes.
refurb, which is basically what it sounds like, right?
Yep.
Change the fabrics, carpets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe
All
a
that.
TV.
Curtains.
Then there's the other one, which is only done every 5 years?
Yeah.
Maybe
10,
6
I was
years?
Even
Right.
sometimes more, because
Yeah.
like some
In
of
the
those
case
on
of
the
Bay
list,
Lake.
I
yeah.
think 5 is generous, actually.
Yeah.
Like Bay Lake, I don't know if ever has.
I
I think
agree.
they've only done
Yeah.
the soft goods.
Well, when
It's
was
true.
Boulder Ridge? I mean, I know Boulder Ridge was recently redone.
Yeah.
But
Was it
before
done
that,
before
Yeah.
that?
Right.
So I think it's like based on, I don't know if they have a set time frame. I
Yeah.
just think it's based on more need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a hard good, which is basically where they're, hey, we're getting rid of the old beds. We're
Right.
going to put in, Murphy beds.
Yeah.
We're going to change the pictures on the wall, maybe redesign the
Shift
kitchen.
the layout,
Shift
yeah.
the layout, all that
That's
kind
the
of
stuff that goes to Cast Connection.
Yes,
that
yes.
the customers can buy.
So you can
Seriously.
come shopping with Carrie
Yeah,
and I
you
and
can
buy
You can buy a bed from
an Animal
from
Kingdom headboard.
a Boulder Ridge log bunk bed set. You never know.
And we will
For
put this
$2.
picture up because it's a picture Paul took from
Yeah.
the meeting. But in short,
Yeah.
basically in 2025, coming up, they're going to do some refurb at the villas at the Grand Californian, which I know a lot of people have said, I've never been there, but I do hear that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? It could
Oh,
use a little
it
TLC.
desperately
It
needs.
needs it.
That's another one that I think I don't even know if
has
they've
ever
done
had
a
it, yeah.
soft goods.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like
It's very dark.
it is very
It's
dark.
beautiful, but it's very
the
dark. It needs
resort
an
is
update.
insane. Like
Yeah.
the actual resort, but the rooms need love.
Yeah.
I just like how I was like, I'm not sure. I think I've heard it needs some TLC. And she's like, oh, yeah, they need it bad. They need it bad.
Hey, it's on my Mount Rushmore, so I know a lot about
Yeah.
it, okay?
True fact.
Copper Creek, though.
Copper Creek,
Yeah.
Carrie. See, Copper Creek is getting one. I think Copper Creek is going to be a soft
goods, because
probably.
it's beautiful. It just
pretty
needs a
new,
little,
yeah.
probably light touch.
And then Marissa, the next one in 2025 is
The tree houses, which
Yeah.
it makes sense. Saratoga had a really nice hard goods refresh. The tree houses didn't at that time, so
It
they
needs 'em.
they could use them. Yes,
I was just in a treehouse. We did a DVC live show
That's
for the
right.
Yeah.
DVC show, followed by a fan event, and I was in them for the first time. They're super, super cool.
They are.
But I remember selling DVC direct in it was 2009 or 2010. So those things have not changed since then.
Yeah.
So it's been a while for that one. And then of course, probably the most anticipated is going to be the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
So
that needs it.
Kadani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Followed by Jumbo
Jumbo
House.
House.
Yep.
It's October though. I was a little kind of shocked by that. I was like, 2025, great, perfect. No.
Well, and
October.
then Jumbo isn't until 2026.
Oh, that's right.
Jumbo
Oh,
and Old
God.
Key West are 2026, which, like, Animal Kingdom needs it bad.
They do.
Speaking of the age of Animal Kingdom and
my gosh.
the need for it, I thought, since we're talking about refreshes and looking back to kind of the original resorts, let's go back in time and look at the original Animal Kingdom.
Good idea.
And with that, we actually have Derek. We have the original
no.
Derek. What year is this?
Why?
1998?
I was saying 1992.
Do you ever have those moments where you do something and at the time it seems like a good idea? Like, oh, this is kind of a funny video. This is cute. Let me send it to my friends. And your friends get it and they laugh at it and they instantly start thinking of, oh, I know when I'm going to use this. I think her response back was, this is comedy gold. I can't wait to use it on the show. So
This was true. But what year?
2007.
We will. All
2007.
right, we're taking you back to the year 2007. The location is.
This is Disney's Doorway to Dreams, the first ever Disney Vacation Club preview center right outside Chicago, Illinois, one of the largest malls in the whole entire Midwest. It was a one-of-a-kind concept. You could come learn about Disney Vacation Club outside of the park. So you could tour the studios, the one bedrooms, the two bedrooms. There was a fun local show that was based out of Chicago called The Nude Hippo that was there.
Oh, whatever happened to the nude hippo? Are they still around?
They're still there. You can
Good
Google
for
them and find
them.
some of their older videos. But I
that's
had met those
amazing.
folks. I had met them doing a Walt Disney World shoot where we did shoot for like 5 days, and it was so much fun. So when I switched from my marketing days into these days, I go, hey, you know what? Let's have our friends from Nude Hippo come, and they could promote the store in
That's
Chicago.
amazing.
And I haven't seen this in forever, and oh boy.
Well, let's take you back to
Buckle up.
2007 and
Turn your video
see
on. If
the
you're listening,
original-
you're going to want to watch this one.
You are.
2007. We need a sound effect, Jeff. Like a little,
All right, we're here in Africa. Hey, Ashley, isn't this a great view?
It is. I like all the animals.
And we're here with a guy. What's your name, sir?
Jumbo, Tony, and Ashley. This is Derek.
I remember you.
Hi, guys. How are you? It's good to see everybody again. Jambo. Jambo in Swahili means welcome. And with Disney Vacation Club, you hear that a lot because you're all family members, so welcome home, everybody.
Oh, we're glad to be home, out in the wild. That's why I feel so at home.
And we're on the balcony right now.
Yes, we are.
And you're going to give us a tour of?
I'm going to give you the tour of what our members, when they vacation, they don't vacation in hotel rooms. They vacation in vacation homes. So we want to give you guys and your audience kind of a sneak peek at the type of accommodations when they go to Walt Disney World that they can be staying in. And I guarantee it's unlike anything they've ever experienced before.
All right, so Derek, we're in, what is this?
What we're in right now is the one-bedroom vacation home. So actually, we are in the master bedroom of the one-bedroom vacation home that your viewers can enjoy at Disney's Animal Kingdom Villas in part of the accommodations that we call Kidani Village, which is going to be brand new. We're under construction right now. So this is the master bedroom in the one bedroom.
This is what it will look like. Will it come with all these people?
Thanks to the magic of Disney, we have brought all these people. Exactly.
Would your room have
Good
people
luck
coming
sleeping.
through?
Yeah. Your vacation membership comes with 37 people that you have no idea who they are. No, you'll notice just even by looking around,
Right.
I think the size of just this master bedroom is almost as equivalent to the size of a regular hotel room that you get for the
Yeah,
whole
it
thing.
is.
And plus, of course, we're Disney, so you look around and even on the carpet, you'll find hidden Mickeys. It's the Disney difference that we have. All the rooms comes with a flat screen television. We also have DVD players in all of our vacation accommodations that you'll be able to do. Members have access to free DVD rentals when they're vacationing, of course. It comes in handy on those rainy days when you don't want to put on the Mickey Mouse poncho and go in the park and walk around, so that's nice. So here's the lovely king bed that we have. And there's Tony. He's already enjoying the bed over there.
Now look at the bed. The furniture even has some ornate detail to
Yes,
it.
exactly. That's what you get. You get that Disney difference that you have. You look at the headboard right there. It looks
Isn't
like we've got...
Simba?
And...
Ooh.
Nala.
Nala.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Now, guys, I want you to go into the bathroom. I'm not going to say anything because I think it pretty much kind of speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself. Let's check out this bathroom. Look at the amazing bathtub and the shower. Oh, there's just Tony hanging out in the shower.
Well, there's enough room in here just to stay in there.
You can shower with your whole family.
It's a huge
Oh
bathroom.
my gosh, it's huge.
And you know, guys, looking at that tub, what's great is you probably don't even realize it, but when you're vacationing at Walt Disney World, you're walking a lot.
Yeah.
On average, you're probably going to walk between 6 and 8 miles a day. That looks like a nice home to come back to after a long walk and a long day in the park.
I know, look at all those jets. You can relax, take a bubble bath.
Isn't that great? And this is just the master bedroom in the one-bedroom vacation home. So we've got a whole living room area and a kitchen to look at. Hold on, Tony's wanting me.
Does it have any privacy, or these people in the corner are going to come with the bathroom?
Yeah. For just a few extra vacation points, you can pick your vacation people you want to go with.
Okay, so we're leaving the master bedroom.
Yes.
And we are going into, oh my goodness, what's this room?
This is the living room and the kitchen area that you have here. And again, what's great about this, it sounds simple, is you have a whole separate door that can pardon off that whole master bedroom that we were in. And now you're in here. And now you're in the kitchen. And Tony's already making himself at home. And honestly, folks, what's so great about this, a lot of folks look at this and go, okay, it's a full kitchen. I'm not cooking a pot roast when I'm at Walt Disney World on vacation.
I know, explain that.
Well, exactly. But what's great is we give you everything you need, but even if you just use it to have breakfast in the morning, to maybe have some frozen waffles or have a bowl of cereal, maybe one night during your vacation to pop in a frozen pizza, the amount of money you save when you add that up on a 5, 6, 7 night Disney vacation, that could be a plane ticket to come on down. So our members love having access to that just for the money they save for that.
No, that's a really great.
It comes fully stocked, so everything you need.
Late.
Again, the Disney detail that you see on everything we have. The granite countertops, so they're quality and they're going to last for a very long time.
This is better than some condos here in
I
Chicago.
know.
It is.
I want to actually live here.
It is. That's
I don't
why.
think you'd ever get me to leave.
That's why, honestly, our members. I became a member about 11 years ago, and I used to go to Disney all the time. And I looked into Disney Vacation Club. I'd heard a little bit about it. I became a member in my vacations and how I vacationed and how I looked at Disney World completely changed, of just being able to have the choices of saying, this trip I want to make it really special, and I want to stay in the one bedroom, and I want to sleep in that jacuzzi tub, and I want to have this full kitchen because I want to do that.
Right.
You can do that, but you're not locked into always staying here. We've got the flexibility that if one trip you wanted to come back and say, I don't need that much space, it's just going to be me and my wife, then go stay in a studio. Then you could use studio and use less points.
See, I like the fact that you can come whenever you want. You can use the size that you want.
You just nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
As a member, our members can vacation 365 days a year for as little as one night if they wanted to, staying in any type of vacation home that they choose. They've got the flexibility. You're not buying a one bedroom.
One specific
You're not
vacation.
buying and that's even more important, is you're not buying Walt Disney World.
Right, you could go 500.
Out of the country.
Sounds like you might have talked to someone that knows a little bit about this before me.
Ever heard of
Who would that have
Jim?
been? I certainly have.
So is this going to cost me my whole life savings? I'm pretty young. I don't have a whole lot saved up yet.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's why our members are so excited about doing. What you're doing basically as a member of Disney Vacation Club, you're in essence prepaying for tomorrow's vacations, locking them in at today's dollars. On average, our members that take vacations every year will have their membership paid off anywhere between 5 and 7 years. For the remainder of those 50 years, they're taking their Disney vacations, staying in the accommodations that we're in now, simply on the cost of their annual dues. This is inflation-proof vacationing.
What's the catch?
Yeah, there has to be something.
I know. Folks always say, I don't understand, why would Disney doing this? Why are you, I mean, we're lovely, nice people, you know that, but have you lost your mind? In essence, we know that we want folks to come to Disney World. We want them to have a great time. By doing this and becoming a member of Disney Vacation Club, we're helping them come more often.
Okay.
And when they come more often, they're enjoying all the great things that we offer down at Walt Disney World. We know when you're in Disney, you're probably not going to go stay in a one bedroom and watch your free DVD rentals and not go anywhere. We know that you're going to enjoy our great restaurants that we have, our great dining that we have, and of course you're going to enjoy our theme parks that we have. So that's why.
So it's basically a 50-year package here, but how do we know that Disney will be around for 50 years? This might be a flash in a pan thing.
Well, that's yeah, exactly. We're a small, struggling company. We absolutely looked at that, and when we said, 50 years of people being able to take vacations, the best vacations they've ever had for 50 years, for people to come in, become a member. Not only do they get to enjoy the great Disney vacations and all around the world, but their kids get to enjoy the great vacation.
That's right. This can actually be passed off in inheritance, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a deeded piece of real estate. You're buying a piece of magic at Walt Disney World. It's with any real estate. There's lots you can do with it. You could use it and enjoy it, which everyone does. You could loan it to friends. You could rent it out. If they're not that good of friends, you could rent it to your friends. But like I touched on, the thing that people love the most is they've got something beyond magical that they can leave for their heirs to enjoy great vacations. Yeah, which is great.
And then there's packages you can also buy, different packages.
Yeah, basically what we offer are point packages. Members simply use their points to take and plan their vacations. We have point packages that go anywhere from 160 points all the way up to 2,000 points. It simply depends on what your needs are. You could always purchase a point package and decide I need more. Then you simply call me and we go ahead and work something out and you buy more points. But with those point packages, that's what you use. That deeded piece of real estate gives you points that every year for the next 50 years, you get your points. That's how you take and plan your vacations.
I see.
And you're not, and we talked about it a little in the kitchen, you're not buying Walt Disney World vacations. You're buying vacations. So with those points, you have access to 5 different collections. As a member, you're not buying one specific collection. You're free to pick and choose from all 5 collections we have. We obviously have the vacation club resorts down here in Florida. We have what we call the Disney collection. If you wanted to go to California, stay in a Disney resort, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong.
Now we're talking.
Things like that. Yeah, that will be our next shoot, is when I'm in Paris with you guys, and we can go ahead and do that.
What do you have in Spain?
We actually have, and that falls into a different collection that we have. We have what we call the World Passport Collection. That's where members can choose from over 500 destinations all around the world, using their points that they got that year to stay in a 1 or a 2-bedroom accommodations for a week. So we've got places in Spain, we've got places in Europe, we've got places in Australia, we've got places in Asia, we've got the Caribbean, we've got Hawaii, we've got every place.
Now, if people want to find out more about this, more than that was in this little piece, Where can he go? What can he do? Because this little Woodfield place, it ain't that far from home for us.
I know, it's nice nearby, but tell us.
Well,
We wanna know.
that's what's so exciting about it, and that's why we're here, because a lot of folks and a lot of members would be on vacation at Disney World and say, yeah, I heard about it, but I was on vacation. I don't want to stop on vacation to learn about it.
Exactly.
So to have them here and to have a location like this so close, that's why we're here. I mean, we've got so many wonderful, loyal members in the Chicago area that love. This is a place, this is their home. This is where they can go and send friends. We're open every day of the week for you to come by. And what's terrific, guys, is that we always tell folks to come out if they want to learn more about it. There's no obligation to join today. You absolutely do not have to. We want you to come. We want you to learn about it. You could walk out that door with all the information you need to think about it and come back and see us.
How many points just to try out this place for a night?
Which place? The place we're in right now?
Woodfield Mall.
Oh, those you don't use points. You use a cash basis. You contact me directly, Tony.
Well, congratulations.
I know.
Thank you. This is very
great.
exciting. Very
We're
exciting.
so excited to have you guys here on opening day, and I know it's crazy. You've been waiting for it for so long, and to see it and to see the excitement on everybody.
It's so much fun. I even got a pair of ears.
So great.
My dreams came true today.
Perfect, and they're on nice and straight too. which
I
is
know.
good.
Thank goodness.
Well, thank you, Derek. I appreciate it.
I had a great time.
Thanks,
Good
Derek.
Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
Thanks so much, and again, welcome home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Is it safe for me to look again?
Oh, this is my favorite.
Derek.
There's a couple of things about that video that made me laugh, and it's I had no gray hair. I was probably 30 pounds lighter. My voice was at least 6 or 7 octaves higher
At
than
least.
that. And I realized I just don't use Swahili enough on a daily basis. I need to start
Work
saying
that back in.
Jumbo.
Jumbo.
My son Connor heard that and watched the video, and his face went from amusement to total confusion. And then he says to Annie, my wife, and goes, "Mom, did you know Derek talked like that all the way back then when you guys were together?" So very fun, but I hope you enjoyed that little trip down
Memory lane.
Memory
Love it.
lane.
Speaking of memory
I know. What a great segue.
Softball.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of memory lane, let's talk about a little bit about 2024 as we kind of reminisce and reflect. You know me, I'm a big reflector of time and things like that. What's been your favorite memory of 2024, favorite moment of 2024? I'll start with Derek.
Yeesh.
No.
Watching that video again.
Yeah.
No.
I think that gave everybody a lot of joy and happiness.
No, I thought about that when you brought it up, and I think probably my favorite memory is I was able to, several episodes ago, maybe like 6 episodes ago,
Yeah,
I was able to have my son Owen
Yep.
on a show talking about growing up DVC. And it wasn't something that he planned on. He really only had like a couple hours notice. But
Thanks to me.
but to have him on and to be able to do a show, and most importantly, all of everyone out there, your feedback and your response and your kindness towards him was just totally overwhelming. I mean, it was the amount of thousands and thousands and thousands of people that were able to watch that, and most importantly say, we loved hearing that, or it reminded us of this, or we have young kids and we're so excited to have our child grow up like Owen, and he's so articulate and well spoken. It's cute. And there was even people that reached out to him because they know he's in finance in college that said, "I'm in finance. I would be happy to talk with Owen." So it was just
It was
a really
so
cool moment. So it was great to be with him, to have him on this show, but most importantly, it was the response from all of you watching it and just your kindness, and it just meant the whole entire world. So
And
so
You
thank
did a
you.
great
To
job.
jump
No,
in
I'm
there.
gonna cry.
With Grayson, who you guys met earlier, who's at the Polynesian with us. Grayson, again, our newest social media manager hire. So he was doing some research on DVC. So a little, just tiny backstory on him. He had never been to Disney World before until 2021. And he went as an adult. And he said at school when he was growing up, he heard like all the kids would get to go, but like it was never something his family was able to do.
Wow.
And he always thought like someday I'm going to go to Disney World. So him and his girlfriend at the time, now his fiance, took a trip to Disney World 2021, fell in love with it. Then they decided to move to Celebration. And he's still like learning all things about Disney, but just he's at that stage of just falling in love with Disney, which is so fun. But he said, I was researching and learning about Disney Vacation Club. And so one of the videos that I found when I was researching was that one with, Derek and his son.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so he had said he watched it, and he's like, for me, it was so cool to see, because my dream was to go to Disney as a kid. So to hear Owen's side of it and how special that was for him, he was like, I want to be part of a company that can showcase those kind of dreams and memories for families. So I was like, it's just full circle, right? You don't know how those little things impact and can just make a difference in your week, your life, your year.
Yeah.
That's so true.
It's so true.
That's so true.
He
so
did such
true.
a great job.
Wow,
he did such a great job on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for me, it has to be a culmination of many things because sitting with you guys once a month is always a highlight. Our members and our audience members, there's nothing more exciting and really delightful than meeting our audience members as we're walking through Disney Springs or the parks or wherever, and then just the team, the overall DVC resale market and World of DVC. But I think the crowning moment for me when I look back on 2024 had to be my birthday.
Oh,
it had to be, right? Celebrating it at the bungalow.
If you didn't pick it, I was going to pick it for you.
It was quite the event. But celebrating it at the bungalow with so many of my wonderful friends and family, having my parents be there. My brother-in-law drove down in like one shot from Delaware and then turned around and drove back. So he was here for like literally 12 hours.
Oh my God.
Sang happy birthday, ate cake, drank some champagne, and headed back. Like everybody, the effort that people made to be there in June was just so touching to me. So when I look back on all of my pictures, it's like that's where like the little sparkle moments is for me. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And that makes turning that milestone age not so difficult.
You should do it again.
I should, exactly. I'll be 50 forever. Yes. Marissa, what about you?
Lots of things, lots and lots of different memories. Yeah. But for me, just kind of when I look at like a work project, when we got to go and we are redoing a lot of our videos and our content. And so a lot of my day-to-day is just kind of like structured. And so every now and then I get to utilize my creative side. And so this was so fun. And thanks to all of you guys and so many of our team members and their families, we got to make some incredible videos and content that I personally think rival some of Disney's marketing itself. And it was just a very magical experience to just be part of that. It was grueling work getting all of the different rooms available and filming and all of our different like
the
models and actors and it was madness. It was 3 days of madness. My sister-in-law Megan came up and assisted me with that. She works at Monera. And so I was like, hey, come and be my assistant for the week. It was just really, really special, and I wanted to kind of end off with that today because it is a really special video, and what we wanted to do is kind of showcase the essence of what it feels like to be a DVC member and kind of show you guys what it feels like for us with our families and for you and your families. So take a minute and watch the video.
Oh, that was
Wonderful.
great.
Such a fun experience.
Thank you guys.
So good.
Thank you, everybody, for such an amazing 2024.
Yes.
Thank you guys for an amazing 2024. We look forward to 2025. Don't forget our $100 gift card, our Disney gift card. Go to the comments and put in your 4 Mount Rushmore DVC resorts. Put those in the comments. Email us at info@worldofdvc.com.
I can't wait to see what everybody's Mount Rushmore
I know, me
is
too.
going to be.
Yeah,
It's such a great
We'll
question.
read them on the next episode.
4
Thank you,
resorts, we're going
Rob.
to read them on the next episode. So this was great. And again, like Carrie said, thank you all so much. We wouldn't be able to do episode 44 without each and every one of you. We absolutely love and are honored to be part of your lives and your community there as well. So we wish you all a happy and magical holiday season. And with that, it's the long-standing tradition. That's it. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a wonderful new year, and we'll see you real soon. And
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.